Hello everybody, welcome back to bricks and mapping. And today I have a very important conversation, which is really just what's happening with Lego, okay? Like, the new sets look pretty good, but for the past several years they've been not living up to Lego standards. So I just wanted to come on here and show you guys some of the greatest older sets and what Lego is missing today. So we're going to start with some of the smaller sets. First off is the 2010 Tri-Droid, which this is a really good set. And it came with 3 rocket battle droids, and it went right alongside with the ARC 170. And I feel like this is something that older Lego used to do much better than any new Lego did, was pairing sets together really well. Like, another example is the 2014 Droid Gunship came with the 2014 AT-AP, or the Falcon in 2010. It was released alongside an AT-AT in 2010. And the Gunship was released alongside a slew of sets, including 2014 Gunship, 2013 ATTE, and a 2014 Snail Tank. But yeah, that's one of the things that they used to do good. Another thing are their play features, which is going to be a very big thing across this video, is going to be the play features. So if I just go ahead and do this with the Plo Koon Starfighter, if I put a fig in there, let's say, I don't know why, but this 501st Trooper from 2014, which is the best version of the 501st Trooper in my opinion, we just put him in there. See, and then it has the eject feature from the movie. So that's a really fun detail, and it'll work if you use it with 2 hands, but you know, it's one of those great play features of the time. Another set that I wanted to look at before we get to the big stuff is the Republic Y-Wing. And this is a really good set. Like, this is one of my favorites in my collection, aside from the Turbo Tank is my favorite and the Gunship is my second favorite. But this is close. But like, a great play feature from this set is the cannon, and it's going to be very hard for me to show you this. But if you pull R2-D2's head back, there will be a rocket that will shoot off. Here, let me see if I can demonstrate this. I don't think that I can demonstrate it, but you can look it up and you can see that it's a really cool play feature. And these sets were like a lot bigger and a lot, well, they definitely weren't more detailed, but they were really good builds for their size and for the play features that they had. And I would sacrifice the looks if we got these play features and the sizes back, because take a look at the 2016 Turbo Tank compared to this 2010 one. This is massive, a massive set with a ton of play features that I'll get back to, but it looks a whole lot better than the 2026 version. Now, for another set, we have the 2014 Gunship, which I've already mentioned. This is a really good set, and its main play feature is with those 2 levers, or those 2 things that you can pull back and bombs will drop. So let me just see if I can do that. Here, just pull this and bombs dropped and a minifigure dropped, so let me get that. But yeah, you can really see why this is a really good, why these are really good sets and how good they are. find the figure later, but yeah. Great set, great features, and here, I'm gonna need to move some of these to be able to get the greatness of these playsets in here, so... The 2009 Snail Tank is another thing. So a really interesting point that I have about this set is it's a great battle pack. And what I mean by that is it comes with two droids, two battle droids, and two jetpack clones. And back in the day, this was only like, I don't know, I think it was about $25, which is pretty good for this good of a build with a main separatist vehicle and these figures. I think that this was a really good battle pack, which goes along with the 2009 set. But let me just show you the greatness of this figure, of these figures. We've got the 2009 clones, which are just so clean, and we've got the even the OG trilogy figs. They're easily not the best that they've come out with, but they still look pretty good, except for I give the exception to R2-D2 and Chewbacca, which are just not what they really should be, but you know, they have a charm to them. So that's all that counts. You've got Clone Wars Anakin, which we have gotten a better version of, but it's still a nice figure. Now we get to the really nice figures, which are these guys from the early 2010s. And Count Dooku, this is a great figure. I don't see them doing it any better today, except for maybe some leg printing. Also, the clone figures. I mean, if they could just bring clones back to this and this, that would be so good. It's such a shame that that idea was only a thing for 2 years. Whenever both of these, like, this one lived on for about, like, a lot more years, but if these two just stayed in circulation together and it was there today, it would look so good. And all these figures look great, especially these two 12th Troopers and the Kashyyyk Troopers, which are my favorites. But yeah. So, I'm gonna move these figures aside so we can get to looking at the big sets, the big best sets of this video. Okay, so now let's see. I think we're gonna look at the gunship first. So this is a great set, one of the all-time great sets, and let me just show you some of the play features. So first we have ball turrets on both sides, which they can open up and you can sit your figures down in there. You've got top cockpits, which I already have locked and loaded with figures. Also have these wing bubble turrets, which are not fully accurate, but they still have a place for somebody to sit right there. And they also have the flick fire missiles up at the top. Let me see if I can. Yeah. So those were all the rage back in the day. You also have a storage compartment. And we have... Now at the bottom there was a speeder right here, and it would slide out of this bottom section right here. And, you know, this is a great set for detail and for play. I feel like the 2008 version is just a little bit better for play, but it's still, this is still, like, really good for what it is. And we also have this compartment down here, which had a cart for some more flick fire missiles. And that's about it for this set. So let's move on to one of the most heavily play featured sets, like, of all time. like, I would expect this set to have the most play features, but let's start with the cockpit. They have a cockpit down there. It might be able to fit 2 people, but I don't really think so. Now we have the flaps. So if we open these flaps, we get the interior of the Falcon, which is really nice. I like it. So here's what we have. We have some, like, bedding area. We have Luke's trading droid. A bunch of area for people to stay in. Honestly, you can fill this thing up. We also have chairs for space chests. We've got the hidden floor compartment. If I can, yeah. We also have the exit ramp, which I can't fully open right now, but it is there. And yeah, this is just a huge interior. This also has a little command station for this turret, so you can act like they're using the turret up top. And that's going to be it for the interior, but it's not all, because there is some flick fire missiles at the bottom of the ship, as well as another one of these turrets at the bottom of the ship. But that would be really hard for me to try and turn over in this video, so I don't think we're going to do that today. But yeah, this is a really good Falcon. I don't know if it's the best Falcon, but it was really cheap where I got it. It was about $80 for this and the minifigures. And yeah, I think it was really good. Now, the next set we have the 2010 Clone Turbo Tank. The best turbo tank ever made, might I say. But this set is packed with play features. So we have the spinning turret up top. We have the handle that would work with the dropship and AT-OT if I had it. There's also another turret up here with a seat, as well as a rear cockpit and detailing around there, as well as a front cockpit, which is good, and all the detail around it is really good. And we also have some moving turrets up here, and you can independently move them if you want to do that. And now we've got the interior, which has okay space for them to stand if you don't have your side builds in, but we also have storage containers, and you can attach your builds in here. So let's attach this. It might be a little bit off to attach there. But yeah, you can put your side builds in there if they don't fall out. Let's see. Let me try the ATRT, which might be harder to get in there, but you know, it's still, this is probably the best ATRT, the most sizable ATRT they've made. And yeah, it's really good. So let me just see if I can get it in there. Yeah, so it can fit in there, and it can fold up with that in there. But yeah, this is my favorite Clone Turbo Tank. This is my favorite set in general, because the Clone Turbo Tank was always my favorite vehicle, and this is the biggest one with the best play features, and yeah, it'll always be my favorite. But yeah, LEGO just doesn't make sets like these anymore, and I wish that they did, and this video is making me want to go build some old LEGO sets, some of the best ones from, you know, 2000s, or late 2000s, early 2010s, some of the best sets from that time. And we have gotten some good sets nowadays, but the old ones are just better. And any LEGO Star Wars fan will tell you that. They're almost just always better figures. Maybe not a more detailed build, but definitely more fun builds. Like, to actually play with. All of these are more fun than their 2020s or late 2019 or late 2010s counterparts. And, like, the 26 Turbo Tank is the worst one that they've ever made. Coruscant Guard Gunship can be argued, but it's, in my opinion, it's the worst one that they, I don't know, it might be second, but still, all these sets are just really good, and I would love for them all to be remade. Yeah, but I'll see you guys next time. Leave any thoughts that you have in the comment section below, and goodbye.